Sí, porque si estamos hablando de disciplina, pues no debemos de darnos mucho margen para salirnos del plan.
There is this issue that we're talking about moving to the next level of discipline, okay? And you've been in this business for a number of years. I can tell that you have a little gray hair like me. There are things that you do that are second nature. You don't even think about it. You understand the business. You're disciplined. For your agents that are coming up, this may be the first time that they've actually had to really get focused and disciplined. And maybe they haven't had to write anything since they went to college and they had to write a term paper. But now they're in business for themselves. And having to write about our business is difficult. And so my suggestion to you is that you be kind, okay? Somebody that chooses, your agents that choose to write a one-page plan are probably likely to be people that are going to be top performers. I'm going to suggest to you that the low performers may go through the process in a mechanical way. And so when somebody writes their first one-page plan, my observation, my own experience is that I'm almost always more optimistic than what I can do. And particularly for those of us in sales, we're generally more optimistic. So I think what I would encourage you to do is to coach and mentor them. I think what's very important is for you to meet with your agents that have one-page plans on a monthly basis and to walk through their one-page plan, to look at their results. For these projects and programs, their action plans, because they will have those, ask them, where are they? What progress have they made against each one of these action plans, okay? And when they fall short on the results, and they're not putting time into their business building projects or programs, you ask them why, okay? And have they changed their mind? And if so, why? How many agents do you have?
45.
That's a lot of people. And you only have so much time to spend with people. And part of what we're constantly looking for is who's serious about building this business, right? Who is serious? Who is committed? Which of your agents are committed? And what I would suggest to you, if they're not interested in writing a one-page plan, or if they have a one-page plan and they're not executing it, they're probably sending you a message that they're not serious about building a business. Does that make sense?
Sí.
Okay, good. Great question.
Bueno, más que pregunta es, yo me tardé 25 días tratando de llenarlo y no lo aterrizaba. Para mí fue importante la figura de consultor. O sea, él ve las cosas desde otra perspectiva y a mí me empujó mucho, me ayudó mucho a aterrizar este aspecto. Ahora bien, esta hoja se las compartí a mis agentes,
Good.
tomándolo como una retroalimentación o consultores hacia mi empresa. Y creo que por ahí estoy encontrando un eco de que ellos quieren seguir este mismo camino.
Wonderful. Excellent. When you spend 25 days working on your one-page plan and you had big ideas and maybe not realistic. And so the question is, how do you get realistic? Is that, yes. So most of us, when we first begin, our first drafts, we write very optimistically. And all things are possible, right? And what I also find is that when we're coaching and working with executives, we give them about a week between coaching and feedback sessions, because in the moment people will write down their optimism, but once we've slept on it, thought about it for 5, 6, 7 days, what happens is you go back and you go, what was I thinking? This is not possible. It might be possible, but it might not be possible in 1 year. It may take 2 years or 3 years. In fact, that's a technique if you're using this with your agents, and you see somebody that's written down a goal that is really very big and expecting to do it in a year, what you can say to them, I says, that seems very optimistic. Let me just check this out with you. Is this a 3-year goal? Even though you know it's one, oh, this looks fabulous. So you've written a 3-year one-page plan. And watch them come back to you and say, no, this is 1 year. He says, how do you expect to do that in 1 year? And then what you do, is it Tanyo? Have them do bend the curve. Have them do bend the curve and say, tell me what are the activities, the business building activities, projects, and programs that are going to make this sales possible. Is that helpful? Great. And again, be patient with yourself. Be patient with your people. This is a learning curve.
Hi, my name's Gabriel.
Gabriel.
I will be very honest in this time with you. We perform in my agency. We perform different type of analysis reports, KPIs, meaning key performance indicators, just so I know exactly what is happening to each individual agent, where they are doing good, where they're doing bad.
Yep.
Just so we don't get to the point of what do I do with you? What's happening to you? So I know exactly what is the opportunity area, you know. My problem here is the accountability.
Yes.
It's exactly the definition I'm looking for my agents. How do I get the accountability? Because they normally what they do is they perform a positive result, or they write down, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I will do this, you know, count on me, you know. But the accountability is what I think I'm not getting from them, the commitment. Give me, or if you can share something that I can maybe share with them, or I can do with them, just so I can gain from them the accountability.
It's a great question. You know, the older I get, Gabriel, the less I realize I can make anybody do anything. That's the sorry news. There are no silver bullets. We can't make people do it. Now, the interesting thing about sales, and particularly in the insurance industry, we are impacted by our own choices. So that the individuals that end up making lots of money, having a fabulous career, you know, cars, houses, boats, and so forth, you don't have to ask those people to do anything. And what I've come to learn is I can't make people do anything. In fact, I've stopped trying. And I think part of so I will give you an example. I just heard Union Bank of California. I was talking to one of their new vice presidents, and he shared with me that before they made the final offer, they decided they were going to hire him. They made him write and submit a business plan. How many of you make new advisors, new agents, make new agents write a business plan before you bring them into your program? Nobody. Why not? How do you know if they've heard you? You've told them what the business is. You've described the opportunity. How do you know if they were listening? How do you have any ideas to what it is they're going to do? I understand that the three most important things in this industry are recruiting, productivity, and retention. Maybe having your new advisors write a business plan, whether it's one page or whatever, having them write a business plan. Who is it they want to be in service of? Why are they coming into this industry? Everybody here in this room knows that making money is the wrong reason to come into this business, correct? When we're in service of families, individuals, families, and businesses, what happens is we educate them. They decide to buy from us. We don't sell them, right? So I think part of what happens, I'm going to suggest that maybe in 2010, you look for people that you don't have to hold accountable. You look for people that hold themselves accountable. In fact, I think most of us resent the concept of accountability. I suspect you don't like the concept of Big Brother looking over you. I bet you love having the partnership with GNP where they provide the support. You work the very best that you can. You have open dialogue about the things that you're doing, what's working, not working, and they help you. And when you win and when you're successful, there's rewards and so forth, acknowledgement. I think there's some people we just can never help to do the business that they say they want to do because they don't really want to do the business. And I think that the one-page business plan may be a tool for you to find out who really wants to be disciplined and who really wants to build a business. But if we go to the next slide, I think it's my final. Let me stop here for just 1 second. The one-page planning wheel. This is in working with small business owners, what I frequently see is they have more projects and programs than they can possibly do. And I came up with this one day in frustration. I drew a circle and I said, okay, I want you to take your projects and programs and write 1 or 2 of them per quarter. Okay? I want the business owner to think about the year in a totality. So the one-page planning wheel is a way to visualize the year. You cannot act on all the ideas that you have. Your agents can't act on all the ideas that they have all at once. In fact, I've come to realize the reason time exists is so that we don't have to do everything all at once. And the planning wheel is a tool and a technique to visualize time. Okay? Next slide. So my philosophy, it's been this way for years, is that if you've got a manager or a team, that they should have a one-page plan. They should have a plan. It needs to be in writing. We think 1 page is enough, and we think that it needs to be shared with other people, because not all of the best ideas for our business come from within. They come from our associates and friends and family and other people that are doing business successfully. I believe the results need to be monitored on a regular basis. It may be in this business, there's some things that you measure weekly, for sure. You measure them monthly, and then you reward. And there's consequences for results. Next slide. My final thought for you is completion. When you execute your projects and programs in particular, they have endings, and we call those completions. I just finished yesterday, and it went to the printer last night, the one-page business plan for women in business. I have that warm and fuzzy feeling about a sense of accomplishment in feeling. So I think completion is that sense that we get when we set out and we have done what it is that we said we were going to do. I wish you a very successful 2010. May you have Lots of successful completions. May all of your results hit the top line and the bottom line, and to have a fabulous year. Thank you so much for having me here today.